Welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter Mokri, a Dallas-based DP and Gaffer, and in today's video, we're talking about this light right here. It's the Godox KNOWLED AM1600R. It is an inflatable light. It's an 8x8 light that just goes right up overhead. It's lightweight, easy set up, and it's able to be plugged in to regular house power. Let's get into it. This video was filmed at Blank Studio in Fort Worth, Texas. It just so happens to be my favorite studio. I will link their info down below. Now, Godox did send me this light in exchange for a video. However, all the opinions in this video are my own. Let's get back into it. The light comes in this really nice flight case, road case, which is really great. The thing I really like about it is it's 4 foot by 2 foot. So that's the standard size of my cart. So I could remove a cart off my van and have this pop right in. You do have some grooves up top as well if you were going to stack the similar style cases. So you could actually get 2 high, which makes it really nice and convenient. Has really good hardware and everything like that. What's really cool about this light is the ability to set it up without a lot of rigging. You don't need to set up big frames or anything like that to make it work and go overhead. Now, I haven't set this light up, so you're getting a real world first time experience with this. I watched the video that Godox has up on their website and has on YouTube. I'll link that down below. The only thing I've done is I've pulled it out to make sure it turns on, and you do have to attach your AC power plug depending on your market. So for the US, we use a 3-prong, and that's what I have connected. So I'm gonna have someone helping me out today. He's actually world famous. His name is Vicente. Vicente, come on in and let's check this out. So everything comes in a case. Again, I haven't set this up. I've just watched the video. I'm going to lift this out. Great. It's gonna assemble it like this. Yep. Let's go this way. And then let's set it up. Actually, let's flip it facing down. These are individually mounted mats. So you have a total of 8 here. So they're 2 foot by 4 foot, each one of them. And they're able to be removed if something happens to them. If you need to do something, you could always remove this section, and you remove it from the front. So it makes it real easy. They just Velcro out like this, and they reattach. What's really good is none of the actual mats get folded up. You get folded up on the seams between the mats. So that makes it where you don't create damage on the actual system itself. I already set up rigging for everything. We have ropes going up, and this studio space doesn't even have a whole overhead grid set up with speed rail and everything like that. I don't think it's necessary with this system to have something so robust because it is a lightweight system. I'm gonna pull the ballast out. That's it right here. And it weighs, I think, around 26 pounds. The light by itself right here as it sits is in the 26-pound range. Let's go ahead and take this out. And this is the inflatable portion, which the Velcro will be pointing downward. So let's go ahead and open this up. Look, it still has some foam on it. Like I said, I haven't set this up. I haven't unfolded this. Awesome. So it will go. The system does include a pump. I went ahead and added my own bag. Each hole, it does something different. One's to inflate, one's to deflate. And you want to have the ability to deflate it too quickly, so then you can wrap up and make it pack out really nice. Disconnect right here. Yep, just loosen that up. Pops out, and then this guy pops right in. There we go, nice and snug. There we go, double tap to turn it on, and then we're going to hit inflate. Let's see how long it takes to inflate. Do you have an opinion on inflatable lights? Let me know down in the comments. The Godox KNOWLED AM1600R is a full-color RGBW light with a CCT range of 1800 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin with a 100% green magenta adjustment. It also features HSI, RGBW, XY, gel, and FX modes. I used the Godox app to run through the CCT range, and I went to the HSI wheel. You can also control the lights via DMX and CRMX, giving you professional control. It also gives you the ability to control the light while the ballast is out of reach. Let's check back on the airframe. It looks like it's filling up pretty quick and it's almost full. Once the airframe is full, the pump will automatically quit inflating. That's one. All right, so that put us right at just over a minute to inflate. That's pretty lightweight. Yeah. What makes this system different from others, it's a really clever design. You may have seen inflatable systems that have the whole thing that inflates. Now, the problem with that is a lot of those systems have the diffusion built into the system, or you have a clear portion and then you have your diffusion on top of it. And what that does is it doesn't give you the ability to control the light as much because it's already being controlled, and that makes it difficult. It's very similar to panels. Now there are options on panels where you could have a little harder light and take away that front screen. Well, this is the same concept, and there's less to be inflated and there's less air to be lost, and also reduces the weight because now we just have a perimeter that is made out of this strong material. And this material is really strong, heavy duty. It's not just one solid piece. It's built up to have a structure to it. So you can see that the structure is different here than here, and it's made in a way where it's really sturdy. So the next step is to attach the light itself. Okay. All right. I like that. I'm so impressed with how smooth everything's coming together. It's actually really nice. All right, so let's get that one going. So this system, can it be set up by one person? Yeah, that's a possibility. Do I recommend it? No, something this big should have help because you can help make things go a lot smoother by doing this together.
It's starting to get kind of hard now.
Yeah, it's starting to tighten up, which I bet if it does get a little too difficult, you could probably let out some of the air to kind of make it kind of compress down and then reinflate it once it's back on. I don't know if they recommend that. It's just an idea. But I think it'll come together pretty well. Because if I push in on this, it does a great job. Wow. I'm impressed. That's still not that bad.
That's pretty good.
You can see there's a little bit of sag in the middle right now, but they have a solution for that. You've probably seen these all over the internet, all over Amazon. It has a little tab that keeps tension on it, and this loosens it up. When you don't have that tab holding tension, it loosens right up. We're going to attach our ropes to the system so then we could elevate everything. And then I'm going to set up the ballast up top. It does come with a repair kit. So if you do get a cut in the system, you can repair it. It's really durable. I mean, I don't feel guilty at all giving it a nice kick. It's very strong, very sturdy. Stand on it, you know. Maybe if I could get enough budget, we could maybe get like a monster truck to like jump and like land on it, but we'll see about that. I want you to, you know, comment down below if I should do that. Hit the like button and also subscribe, and maybe we'll make that happen, maybe not, but worth a try. So this is the cable that goes to the outlet, AC power. I had to attach my own into it. And then this is the lead cable that goes from the ballast to the light itself. We have a guest today. She will introduce herself. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Sayla Grace.
Sayla Grace today will be our stand-in. And what we're going to do is we're going to run through the different diffusion materials we have. Right now, there's no diffusion at all. And what we have is it's just at about 8 feet and let's say 4 inches off the ground to the edge of where the actual inflatable portion starts. We're going to be running the FX6s. I will be metering as well to get meter readings overall to see what we're getting out of the light. We're at 5514 on the Kelvin and 16,000 flat for the lux reading. What's really good about this light being nice and bright and big is you have the ability to move around in the space and not really just walk right out of it. I am running the Godox app, which gives me full control. So let's just see real quick. This is going to get really bright. Let's take it up to 100%. Okay, I think we're cooked. Let's go back down to 5%. So like I said, this is plugged in to a regular outlet. It's really good to have it connected to something that's at least 20 amps. If you're going to run it at 100%, because there could be other things connected to that same electrical in that space. But what's really cool is you could actually control the ballast and limit how much it pulls. So if you only have a 15 amp breaker and you don't want to use the light at 100%, you could limit that and prevent it from, tripping a breaker. So the case comes with a bunch of different diffusions. You get grids, you get skirts. So I'm going to dump it out into here so I don't make a big mess. D1330, this is D1132. Is yours thicker? Yours is thinner. So let's go ahead and go with the thinner one first. So you have the option of bringing the light down to change out the diffusion if you were going to add or change things out. I don't want to have to keep adjusting it, moving it up and down, so we're just going to go with ladders. But you could also apply this diffusion on the ground and then lift it up into place. We're going to try it while it's already up and see what kind of results we can get. When you attach this diffusion, you want to line it up with the bottom edge of the system. Again, this is our first time setting this up. And of course, like everyone else on the internet, we don't ever read instruction manuals. Who needs to read the manual? Not me, because I could just go online and make everyone else read it and tell me how to do it. All right, guys, so we put the D13 diffusion material up top. This is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and meter it. We're at 5515 on the Kelvin and then 13,200 lux. So we've put on the D11 diffusion. Let's go ahead and meter 5504 on the Kelvin and then 11,900 lux. We've got the soft film up. It's really thick, almost like a shower curtain, almost like a magic cloth. Has a real nice thickness to it, so it will soften the light a lot. Let's go ahead and get a reading. And we're at 5391 on the Kelvin at 11,200 lux. All right, so this is the grid. It attaches to the outside. There's plenty of Velcro area on this setup. So I've had to learn how to apply these diffusion materials. What's really good is the thickness of the actual Velcro on the unit itself gives you the ability to actually have a little bit of flex. So you don't have to get everything perfect on or you're gonna have problems. So I think this grid will go on real easily. It's still factory set up. I may have to reference back on how to do this, but I will have the sensei come in and help me out. So, all right, it has a little bit of a, you know those bracelets that you would slap on your wrist and then they would kind of just catch and make a bracelet out of it from being straight? That's what it feels like right now. It's the material or the design of it. You could likely apply this easier when it's down. So if you know the diffusion that you're going to be using or you know the modifiers, you could do it on the ground and then bring it up. And I'm taking this all the way to the top line on the actual inflatable portion. So that way, if we come in with the skirt, we have something to attach to as well. And that's going to be the opposite side of the grid itself. So there's actually Velcro opposite. So as soon as you put this one on, you still have something to attach to. So we have the grid up, it's ready to go. I started in the split corner, took it to the top edge of the Velcro and just walked it around, all the way around, and got it to click into place. And now I have a lot of control of the light. If I walk off to the side, I get a lot darker. There's not as much spread. I walk back in and I'm inside the light. So we're at 5403 on the Kelvin reading. And then we're at 5,140 lux. The skirt, not only a fashion statement, but lighting control. So I want to show you something about the skirt itself. So on the outside, it's a little bit shinier material, but on the inside, it actually has a duve, kind of a matte finish to it, real soft material. So it'll absorb the light a lot better. And another thing I want to mention is this panel here gives you the ability to separate it as well. So if you wanted to, you could separate it out and change the length of opposite sides as well. So you could change the height of them individually. Honestly, it will come off very quickly and it's already off. Now, there's a lot of systems out there when you build your own boxes. I don't think it's that simple. So this is going to give you two, what we'll call tent poles. And what you want to do is you just want to feed it through just like you're setting up a tent. There we go. All right. And then this attaches. All right, guys, so we got the lantern up. One of the things we did have to do is we did have to elevate the whole system and get a little bit higher because this does hang down low. But if you have ceilings that are a lot higher, you could take advantage of this, and this gives you a good spread of light. I'm outside and out from underneath, and I'm actually getting hit pretty well all around. So if you have a big group, let's say you have an ensemble that's going to be singing or doing something, you could have nice even light across the board for everyone, and that's a great advantage for this. So we're going to go ahead and meter it. Let's see what we're getting here. We're at 5518 on the Kelvin, 8,380 lux. All right, so we went ahead and pulled back the carpet on this cyc wall, infinity wall, whatever you want to call it. So now we're getting some light bouncing back up, and now we're really getting a soft look. We have big soft light overhead. We have white on the bottom. It's bouncing off. It's looking really nice. You could see on the talent that there's nice, good fill coming in from underneath. This is very good beauty lighting. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's a really clean look for those corporate shoots, those fashion shoots, whatever you want to do, glam, beauty, you can take care of it and get it done. Which diffusion did you like best? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to see this light in action in a stylized scene, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're notified when the video gets posted. I want to give a big shout out to Blank Studio in Fort Worth, Texas, and the amazing crew that helped put this video together. I'll link all their IG profiles down below. As always, YouTube thinks they know you better than you know yourself, so be sure to click on these videos, and I'll see you on the next one.